everyone, my name is Catherine and I am the Family Program Coordinator here at Pineland Farms with the Education Department. So typically we offer kids wreath making classes, but unfortunately, because this year has been so different, we decided to do it a little differently, and we are doing a virtual how to make a wreath at home. So thanks for joining, and we're just going to go over the process and the materials you need, and so we're going to start with that. So we have gathered ahead of time some balsam boughs. So this here is a balsam fir, and this is what is typically used for making wreaths. But you can also use different kinds of evergreen. We sometimes throw in a little bit of eastern hemlock. It has shorter needles. Hemlock doesn't tend to keep its needles on for as long, so that's why balsam tends to be better for wreath making. And we also have a little bit of white pine, so this adds a nice kind of feathery texture to your wreath. So for this class, you will need to have the ability to either collect on your property or your a friend's property some balsam boughs, and you will also need some 22 gauge. This is just green wire. You can find it at craft stores. You'll need a pair of clippers, and what we like to use for the wreath making base is just a coat hanger. So what we do with the coat hanger is we bend it into a circle. So if you have kind of a more sturdy coat hanger, it will take a little bit longer to bend, but this is kind of a thinner wire coat hanger. You can also buy wreath wires at craft stores as well. So those are your materials, and the next step, we're going to be taking our balsam boughs and our other evergreens, and we're going to be doing what is called tipping. So you're gonna be taking your large bough and making it into smaller pieces. Okay, so this is the tipping process, and we like to use the rule of 3. So as you can see that with this bough, there tends to be points of 3, and so what we're gonna do is we're gonna clip it into a smaller section so it looks like this with 3 points. They won't all be perfectly uniform. Some might look a little different, and that's okay. So I'm just gonna do some tipping with this bough, and then we'll move on. And so this might be what your bough looks like after you have done the tipping. And I have pre-tipped quite a few, so I'm gonna add that to my pile and do the same with the rest of my balsam. You'll probably need about 5 boughs for making a wreath about this size. And I'm gonna do kind of the same process with a little bit of hemlock, is just going through and cutting off some smaller pieces like this to add. And you can also do the same with your white pine, is just to take some smaller sections and cut them off like this, and just add these to your pile. Okay, after you have done your tipping, you're going to bend your coat hanger into a circle. Some people do bend it into different shapes. I've seen diamonds and hearts and ovals, but I chose to do a circle here. So after you have bent the shape of your wreath, the next thing we're gonna do is to take our wire, and you're going to fasten it just securely onto your wreath, the base, and I like to, if I'm looking at my wreath, I'm gonna put it to the left of the hanger. And just make sure it's on there nice and tight. And you'll be keeping your wire on the wreath base until you're finished. And so next you're going to take, again, we're gonna follow the rule of 3. So you're gonna take 3 tips and you're going to bundle them together like this. And you're going to fasten them to your wreath. So I'm right-handed, so I tend to work counterclockwise. I think maybe if you're left-handed, you might work the opposite direction. So what I'm gonna do is right up here where I fastened it, I'm going to just lay my bundle down. And then at the base, I'm just gonna wrap, again, the rule of 3, I'm gonna wrap at least 3 times around the base of the bundle of 3. So it will look like this. And then I'm gonna grab my next bundle, and you can add some different evergreens whenever you like. You could put in, this is where you could put in your white pine or your hemlock, and then you're just going to take that bundle and overlay it so it covers the base of where you just wrapped like this, and you're going to wrap again 3 times. Take a little hemlock, and again, make a bundle of at least 3. And just continue wrapping. So it's starting to look like this. And then we're just gonna keep going until we have a completed wreath. Okay, and here you have it, our completed balsam, white pine, and hemlock wreath. All you have to do at the end is when you meet where you started is clip the wire off with your clippers and fasten it a couple times so it's nice and tight. And you can decorate your wreath. You can put, we like to put pine cones or a nice big red bow. And there you have it. You are all done and you can hang it wherever you like. So thanks for joining and have a great holiday season. Thank you.